This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog, and this time around it's Alvin and the Chipmunks, brought to us by Ruby Spears and Bagdasarian Productions. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to y'all. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Today's Saturday Morning TVLog is Alvin and the Chipmunks, a show I grew up with. An animated series bringing back the ever-popular squeaky-voiced Chipmunks who were big back in the 60s with the Alvin show, which I have yet to do that one. I'll talk about that in a future episode, but I thought I'd talk about the one that I'm mostly familiar with. Now, of course, I'm only going to be focusing on, well, the original series that Ruby Spears produced. Now, other studios worked on this as well, including Murakami Wolf Swenson, who would later go on to produce the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and for its last two seasons, Deke. And that's all I'll tell you. Now, again, I'm only going to try to focus on the main series. Anyway, Alvin and the Chipmunks originally premiered on NBC in September of 1983. Now, this would be one of the first shows from Ruby Spears to premiere on that particular network. Of course, the other one was the Mr. T cartoon, and plus reruns of Donar the Barbarian, which was formerly on ABC. So this was kind of a busy year for Ruby Spears. They had also gotten Rubik the Amazing Cube, which premiered on ABC, as well as Saturday Supercade, which came on CBS. Anyway, let's see now. Now, of course, we have the main characters and what have you, the three chipmunks themselves. Of course, we have who live with Dave Seville. Of course, he's the adoptive father, one of you, songwriter and manager, and the guardian to the new members of the group, the Chipettes, who I'll get to in a little while, okay? Now, Dave's patience is tested nearly every day by Alvin until he is reduced to his famous yell of, Alvin! I'm kind of a little better than doing them. That's just kind of close to being like Jason Lee's yell from the movie, not the Dave from this series. Sorry about that. He can get frustrated with Simon and Theodore too, sometimes, as Alvin often gets his brothers into mischief, but regardless, he loves all of his boys equally, thank you very much. Now, of course, we have Alvin, the oldest of the group, leader of the group. He's the talented troublemaker. He tends to start chaos and can be rather narcissistic at times, but deep down, he's actually sweet and golden-hearted at his core. Next is Simon. He's the middle brother, and he's the tallest of them all. He's the intelligent realist and most responsible of the group. Now, in the first season, it was the only time he would wear his original black glasses with white lenses, like he did in the Alvin show, as well as the 1981 Christmas special. Yes, there was actually a Christmas special that came out before this premiere. And starting with the second season, Simon's glasses became blue with clear lenses, and so continued to be throughout the series. But however, the original Simon with the black glasses can still be seen in the intro and the title cards for seasons 2 through 5. Then, of course, we have the youngest of the group, Theodore. He's pretty sensitive and, well, likes to eat, and he's the lovable one of the group. He's still pretty funny though, but I still kind of like the Theodore in the Alvin show. The next members are as I mentioned, the new members of the group, the Chipettes. and they're the counterparts, and on again, off again, girlfriends. Now, actually, there was actually a Chipette that was introduced on one of the Chipmunks albums, but that was that was kind of another story, and so we got the three members who were well the adoptives who are adopted by Miss Beatrice Miller, a kindly absent-minded old gal. Now the oldest of the group is Brittany, who is Alvin's counterpart. She's as equally vain and self-centered as Alvin is, but like him, she really does care about others. Excuse me, I was about to say doesn't. My mistake. Woohoo! Just let that slide. Next up is Jeanette, the middle of the group and the tallest. Simon's counterpart, of course. But unlike Simon, who was able to stand up to Alvin, she does not stand up to Brittany as easily. She's also very smart, which is what she does have in common with Simon. However, she's very shy and clumsy at times. And finally, Eleanor, the youngest of the group, and Theodore's counterpart. She shares his love for food and cooking, but she's more athletic, more intelligent, and more likely to stand up to Brittany than Theodore is to Alvin. Now, there would be lots of others and what have you. So anyway, there'd be lots of other characters in the show. Not too many, though. Let me see here. Okay. Now, for our voice acting cast, we have Ross Bagdasarian Jr. voicing the two of the Chipmunks, Alvin, Simon, plus Dave. Janice Carmen, who is, Ross Jr.'s wife, voiced Theodore, as well as Brittany, Jeanette, and Eleanor. Voicing Miss Miller is Dudley Goodman, who most people know her best from several things, most notably the Grease movies, where she played Blanche, and in the following years she would go on to make some appearances on Punky Brewster as Punky's teacher. Let me see here. Yeah, and there's lots of other voice actors and all that jazz. Anyway, let's see. Anyway, Ruby Spears did the first 5 seasons. And then when the show went into its 6th season, wait a minute, hang on, let me rephrase it. No, wait, yeah. Yeah, starting in the 6th season, Murakami Wolf Swenson will actually produce the first 11 episodes, and then Deke went and took over for the rest of the run, and the show was later changed to the Chipmunks for the rest of its run, except for its final season, which would be the Chipmunks Go to the Movies. Which I'll go ahead and mention that one. That episode were spoofs on popular Hollywood movies that came out maybe the previous year, like Batman or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah. But that show hasn't been seen in years. The series later went into syndication in the fall of '88 under its original title and distributed by Laura Martell Pictures, later Warner Brothers, as Warner Brothers would later buy the pre-1991 library of the studio as part of its acquisition of Turner. Now, the package contained all 52 episodes produced by Ruby Spears, as well as the Valentine's and reunion specials. Now, to round the package out to the common practice syndication package length of 65 episodes, 5 days a week for 13 weeks, allowing for exactly 4 cycles a year, an additional 11 episodes were produced specifically for the package by Murakami Wolf Swenson. In the syndication order, these episodes followed the 54 Ruby Spears shows. In the fall 1988 cycle, they aired from November 25th to December 9th. Hit Entertainment distributed this series outside of North America in the 1990s. So the show had ended overall after 8 overall seasons were produced, and a total of 102 episodes, which its overall total of segments was 168. Anyway, there would also be music videos blended into the show as well, where they would take on all sorts of fun-filled tunes. There's too many to mention. It includes some of the songs just like from their albums, I think. But anyway, even after their show ended, they would continue to put out some more music and what have you, and albums and what have you. The show later also got aired on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon as well. Well, actually, Nickelodeon aired it first, then Cartoon Network. Excuse me. It did have a brief run on Boomerang as well, but only for a brief run. During the show's 5th season, the Chipmunks got to be in their first feature-length animated film, The Chipmunk Adventure, which of course is, if I'm not mistaken, or has, let me see. Well, it's soon to celebrate its 35th anniversary next month. So if I happen to watch it sometime, I will certainly review that. Well, let's try not to jump to any conclusions yet. But anyway, years later, for years they wouldn't have no other anime series until 2015 with the Alvin and the Chipmunks show on Nickelodeon, which came out just years after the movies came out. And that show came out in 2015. That was right before their last film, which of course was The Road Chip. Now I will be reviewing the Alvin and the Chipmunks live action films that started in 2007 later on this year. So anyway, yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks, it's not too bad of a show. I still like it. I mean, mostly it's the same thing you'd see, but hey, I still like it for what it is, and it's still one of the greats. So anyway, that's it. So what are your thoughts on Alvin and the Chipmunks, the 1983 animated series? You can tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned for my spoiler-free review of Morbius coming up later on tonight. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out my Saturday Morning TV logs for these other shows Ruby Spears produced. In the upper left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TV log I did for Saturday Supercade. The upper right-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TV log I did for Thundar the Barbarian. Yeah, I'm just going to bring out all the shows I mentioned. And the bottom left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TV log for the Mr. T cartoon, which reminds me, I almost forgot, Mr. T actually did appear in an episode, as a matter of fact. Yes, really good. Saves the Chipmunks from being bullied, you know. Alright, and the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV logs, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV log is Kissy Fur. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.